Namaskar. Hello, everyone. You are watching New to Live Talk. This is Questions of Life with Vidisha. So, let's warm welcome our special guest, Miss Vidisha, who is a positive psychology coach, and she is addressing all kind of psychological issues related to kids and adults in India and abroad. Very warm welcome, Vidisha, in our show.
Thank you so much, Shraddha.
So, how's cold in India?
It's good. It's better. It doesn't snow here, so it is still
Mhm.
better comparatively to Germany.
Very nice. So, people, you can see the India and Germany both together, and we have been addressing so many topics, and today also it's a very important and you can say the serious topic which we are going to discuss with Vidisha is see in this fast growing world, everybody wants to achieve things in the life, but what if there is a failure in life and defeat in life? How people handle it depends uh, upon the person's mental strength. So today we are going to discuss with topic with Vidisha that how you can deal with the defeat and how to face defeat in life. Vidisha.
Shraddha, today's topic has been very closer to my heart also
Mm-hmm.
because I can relate to it on a very personal level.
I see.
I have failed multiple times, and considering where I am right now, I have no fear in acknowledging the fact that yes, I have failed.
Exactly. Like you have accepted the failure.
Yes,
Perfect.
we all want to celebrate our successes. We all want to get rewarded. But life is not always fair. Any
Mm.
one person can win, be it a job interview, be it a position, be it a
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm. And in a personal front also?
Yes. If I want to say this thing in a very simple terms, fail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is very clearly stated, that it is first attempt in learning. FAIL. And when I first came across this thing, first
Mm-hmm.
attempt in learning, probably everything seemed so much easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, I have failed, but I have learned something. Be it during that job interview,
Mm-hmm.
be it during that event,
Mm-hmm.
probably getting that one opportunity in terms of promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted all of them. I couldn't get. But where I am right now, I have learned something through those failures.
This is perfectly all right, but it is. I think this thing start from our childhood, when our society. In fact, I should start with the parents, siblings, and relatives, and society wants us to win every moment, every time. If we get defeat, like we always afraid of the kind of reactions we will face after failures and defeat. So in when we grow up and then we just get into the world competition in our uh, study front or maybe career or maybe our personal life, we always think that if we get defeat, how the external world will take and will react on it.
I completely relate to where you are coming from and what you are trying to state over here. That is why I say that this topic has been very closer to my heart because this is something which I have also faced. You were not able to clear this job interview. You deserved it. Now, what next? There's no opportunity.
What person should think at that moment when get defeat?
To be very honest, At that moment, everyone feels sad, everyone feels fearful.
Naturally.
But rather
Mm-hmm.
than, there's a human tendency that when
Mm-hmm.
we think that everyone is going to blame us for that failure, we try to put that particular failure onto someone else. The
Okay.
interviewer was not good. I
Mm-hmm.
was not having enough finances. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
study well. Probably this was not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why I focused on the point that take ownership, take
Mm-hmm.
responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
accept that yes, I failed in this particular, even if it is a business, even if it is that you are on zero at present in terms
Mm-hmm.
of your financial investments also, accept that it is not happening because of su- all the external inputs are not responsible for your failure.
Mm-hmm. And this is not
Somewhere,
the end of the world. You have
yes,
further chances.
yes, somewhere you have missed something. So right now it gives you a lesson that defeat can visit you, but it will be there with you for a very brief period of time. It's not going to stay with you forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So,
Take a
so one should
diary.
start thinking about the next moment. What should
Yes.
be our
But
next
how will it
step?
happen? How will it happen if you are putting that blame game onto someone else?
Yeah, of course.
I
It will
did
give
my
nothing.
best. See, generally what happens
Mm-hmm.
that when anyone comes to you and talks about failure, if you want to say things on a positive note, you say, oh, doesn't matter. You did well. It's not your problem.
All.
It wasn't
Mm.
your mistake at all. It
Mm.
must be the company. It must be the environment. It must be the economic status of that area.
Mm. Mm.
Do you think it is right? Do
Of
you
course,
think that?
it's not the
So
positive way to handle things and just to
exactly,
console someone in
accept,
case you're saying the other is
accept,
wrong.
take responsibility of that particular failure.
Mm-hmm.
Start to find out points where did you miss.
Yeah.
See, Shraddha, one thing is very clear. If you have failed and someone else has reached up to that position, it
Mm-hmm.
means that person has got something better than
Yeah.
you in himself or
Yeah.
herself.
Mm-hmm. Then the thing comes in your self-assessment.
Yes. See, and why do we like success? It's because it is always glorified in a way. This is the best thing.
And
You
gives
talk about World
rewards
Cup.
also.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about World Cup, you talk about promotions, you talk about new job opportunities. Everywhere, success is glorified. It's good. But don't you think that now it is time
Mm-hmm.
that we understand the importance of failure as well?
Okay, Vidisha, let me give you one situation when there is a student who has no that much good friend circle or society. Say, suppose student is living in Germany, and just get failed in some assessment and also not having such good positive friends in the life, and he's just locked down himself or herself in a room and just thinking about like, I am a failure person, I cannot win any situation, I don't have a good life, why should I live? Sometimes these things happens when person think, okay, it should be an end of life because I have nothing. What you will advise in this moment?
See, if it is for that particular person, positive self talk is the only thing which can help that particular person if he or she doesn't has anyone to go to help. Ask
Hmm.
yourself, have you been failure all through your life? Probably he
Hmm.
must have failed on one or two assessments, but not all the assessments, right? Otherwise he would have never been able to pass the school also.
Okay, so you're saying they start recalling your success
Past
also.
experiences, yes. Start recalling that you had reached here because you were good enough to be here.
Hmm. Okay, this is the one thing. What can be the other thing? Because the personal, when personal person is alone in in some
That is
situation.
why I say, if because you are giving me a situation wherein the person doesn't know anyone who can talk good, positive things to him, to him.
Yes.
So, second thing is he need to reach out to people who can talk about things in a positive way to with him, who can make him understand that you have learned a lot in this process. He might have just failed in one or two assessments, but during the process, he has gained far many more experiences that is going to help him or her in the life.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end, not just the assessment marks doesn't help. The experiences which we gain through those learning processes,
Mm-hmm.
they help us. To
I
all the
think
students
some,
watching,
yeah, sometimes if a student is it's not having the good personal life as well, not a good
hmm,
friend
I
or a
understand.
girlfriend or a
I
boyfriend,
understand.
also fails in terms of getting sympathy or a good vibes from some other person.
See, then Shraddha, I'll definitely advise the student or probably that person also to reach out to someone who is experienced enough to tell him that this is not the end of life, because he
Mm-hmm.
might not be able to do it all by himself.
Mm.
He already has so many, negative would be the wrong word, probably all the situations, all the people in his life are not fitting into the perfect position where he wants them to be. The parents are not able to help, the friends are not able to help, the teachers are not able to help. So the only person available now is go and seek help of a professional therapist.
Yes, but I think people think that it's not that serious issue to
That
discuss with the
depends on, that depends
psychological,
from person to
coach
person,
also.
Shraddha.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, now gradually mental health is not a taboo anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People are coming out. People like you from platform like New Too,
Mm-hmm.
they are, they are on the front talking about all these things, that no,
Yes.
mental health matters. Because when you have no one to talk to, see, no magic wand will come to you and then one day you are just up from a dream and everything goes well. Either you
Yeah.
are able to help yourself or your family, friends, teachers, otherwise, a counselor or a therapist. Because there has to be someone who can, help you understand that
Mm-hmm.
the glass is not empty, rather, the glass is half full. This is a
Yeah.
very, very old
I
example.
I want to include one thing here. Uh, if a student or a person is not that much open up with the friends and think, okay, this is not a big issue to discuss with the family because they will get
They'll get
disturbed,
angry. Yeah, yeah. They
then
might get
then
angry, they might get
parents should
disturbed.
should should try to link up with them or try to connect with them in that manner when they can open, in
Uh,
front of them.
many a times it happens, Shraddha, that the parents, because they have been coming from a very tough background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stating this example. I'll come to Germany also. I'm stating this example from a very Indian perspective.
Mm-hmm.
An Indian parent thinks that this is not a very big problem, that my child will probably commit a suicide. He has just failed in his assessment. Or this is not such a big problem that probably I should go and speak to my child. Rather, they will think, I want to pump him up, so I'll say to him, you failed this time. That's okay. You can do better.
Mm-hmm.
But many a times it's not just as easy as it sounds. A child, a student needs that comfort, that connection, that assurance from the society that it's okay, even if you have failed. I accept you for who you are.
Mm-hmm. So
You have
as a
learned so
therapist,
many things.
positive coach, psychology coach, can you tell me that what kind of situations are major in our time? It's a education related failure disturbance or a personal life disturbance, which is
All,
really bothering the youngsters nowadays.
everything, everything,
Mhm.
everything. Because the emotional quotient, why
Hmm.
did I say that I shifted from an adult psychology to psychology? The
Hmm.
reason was this, because I found out that most of the problems which an adult is facing,
Hmm.
somewhere the starting has been from the childhood itself.
Hmm.
So, how you are able to manage your emotions, how you are able to manage your own self, there is a lot of work to be done on this aspect. And it's a very serious issue, Shraddha. From
Yes, of
COVID,
course.
so many people losing their jobs,
Hmm.
so much uncertainties in terms of health, finances, responsibilities.
Yes, definitely. We will include all kind of topics in our show. So I think for this time, I have to say a big thanks to you to
Just
give
three
some
points:
very
accept the
positive
failure.
suggestions and points which can really help a person who has get stuck in such kind of situation which we are discussing
Yeah,
in our show.
I'll just like to say, like, just three
Please.
things.
Please.
Accept that you have failed, but along with it, make sure that you pump yourself with a statement that I have learned across this process. Write
Mm,
down all the points which you can include, so that next time you make yourself better in that particular situation. The
mm.
basic 3 points. And as you know, because I cannot say everything works for everyone, so for all other deep and detailed things, there needs to be a personal session along, so visit a therapist. There is nothing wrong in talking to a coach.
Thank you so much, Vidisha, for coming in our show and guiding our viewers for the psychological level and how it can be solved. So, viewers, if you want to include any question or topic in our show, you can always write down your questions in anjana.singh at new2app.com. And we always post our topics previously before our show in our New to Germany Facebook page. Please go there, check, and if it is relevant to your question and problem, please send us a question and we will ask it to Vidisha. And thank you so much for now. And Shraddha is signing off. Until then, we will meet next time. Namaste. Cheers. Bye bye.